What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including is CM Punk Raw's secret weapon for its upcoming TV deal, AEW reportedly making a huge loss, is AEW looking to sign Dolph Ziggler, the real reason why Sami Zayn asked for time off, Alberto Del Rio hits rock bottom, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new website, Wrestlelamia.com. Now let's see the intro and get straight into our first story. Our first story looks at, is CM Punk Raw's secret weapon for its upcoming TV deal? At top of today's news, could CM Punk deliver big bucks for WWE's sale of Raw's TV rights? The WWE is looking to secure a substantial increase when it lands a new TV rights deal for Raw. Meltzer seems to think that CM Punk's presence on Raw could bring home the bacon. Meltzer had this to say on X, saying, "Things are changing greatly. Let's just say things changed greatly with Raw negotiations from a few weeks ago, and Punk is a huge part of the selling point." While the WWE took a risk bringing Punk back to WWE, the risk has paid off so far. Punk has sold plenty of merch, increased ticket sales, and boosted ratings. As Ringside News noted, Warner Bros. Discovery executives saw Punk as a big deal when he worked in AEW. CM Punk garnered attention when, after his return to AEW, he shared that Warner Bros. Discovery CEO David Zaslav gave him the nickname One Bill Phil. This nickname suggests that featuring Punk on the show could potentially secure a $1 billion TV rights deal. The WWE has already negotiated deals with the USA Network to air SmackDown and CW to air NXT. Both led to more money for the WWE, and the goal is to land even more money for the company's flagship show, Raw. The WWE derives much of its revenue from TV rights deals, so it must bring in the additional money every time it negotiates a new deal. Even more important because there's growing competition from sports leagues such as the NFL, NHL, MLB, and the NBA. If a network or streaming service a large amount of money on football or hockey, they may not have the funds to pay for wrestling, which brings in viewers but typically doesn't bring in as much ad revenue as other professional sports. Ultimately, things will depend on TV executives doing due diligence to investigate Raw's value. Even without Punk's presence, Raw has grown in the ratings percentage-wise, something many long-running shows have been unable to do. It draws the all-important 18 to 49 demo, often coming up in the top 5 on cable. As mentioned, TV executives often fail to grasp or even fail to grasp the many factors relating to wrestling successes and failures. Do you think CM Punk will lead to the WWE securing even more money for the rights to Raw? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, AEW making a huge loss? Is AEW actually turning a profit? Well, not according to an analysis from Wrestlenomics' Brandon Thurston, who tweeted, "Wrestlenomics estimates AEW's revenue will reach around $154 million in 2023. While still likely unprofitable, a doubling in TV rights fees could be enough to make AEW's business sustainable." It's been estimated that AEW has lost more than $34 million. This is with all the talent on the roster and their signing deals, as well as any overheads and tax they need to pay. AEW has been in the news a lot, and unfortunately largely for negative views. While it's difficult to confirm Thurston's story, his analysis is well laid out and something to consider when evaluating AEW's financial success. One of the more troubling aspects of Thurston's report in his statement that AEW is not financially sustainable without getting its TV rights deal doubled. Given networks and streaming services' demand for content, it's not out of the question, especially if AEW can spin that wrestling has enjoyed a surge in popularity without getting into the details of differences between WWE and AEW. What do you guys think of this? Let us know in the comments down below, and don't forget to check out our recent video, The Sad Decline of AEW. Next up, does Warner Bros. Discovery own part of AEW? One of the more interesting aspects of Thurston's analysis is in his statement. "I believe WBD, Warner Bros. Discovery, owns a minority, not controlling stake in AEW, which Khan's recent evasive comments about being open to WBD have a greater stake seem to support. If WBD does own a portion of AEW, it suggests the company sees AEW as a content source worth investing its money in with TV rights. This could be good news for AEW, especially if WBD opts to take advantage of AEW's growing library and looking into streaming AEW. Next up, are AEW looking to sign Dolph Ziggler? Is AEW eager to sign Nick Nemeth, the former Dolph Ziggler? While it's believed that Nemeth is under a non-compete clause until around 21st December, that hasn't stopped talk about him working in AEW. Wrestling Purists is reporting, according to sources in AEW, many within the company have been pushing for the signing of Nick Nemeth, formerly known as Dolph Ziggler, and there have been multiple creative pitches made for him, one of the pitches including being one of CJ Perry's clients. Whoa. And Nemeth is already scheduled to wrestle at World Wrestling Council against Ray Gonzalez at their 20th January Euphoria event, which is as he's ready to wrestle once his non-compete clause expires. However, does Nemeth want to sign a new deal with a company such as AEW or work as a free agent? Nick Nemeth is sure to find himself in high demand, not only for his value as a former superstar and two-time world champion, but for his incredible wrestling ability. Despite an uneven push in WWE, Nemeth is still considered one of wrestling's best workers. If he signs with AEW, the promotion will have a ready-made storyline if it opts to have CJ Perry manage him. Whether you like that idea or not, and to be honest we're not really hyped on it, CJ Perry had a storyline romance with Nemeth during their time in WWE. She's now working in AEW as a manager, and AEW has already started a storyline teasing tension between Perry and Mira over CJ's new managerial career. Surely if Perry were to start managing Nick Nemeth, you can be sure that AEW would hint at their past relationship. But even if she doesn't manage Nemeth, he has plenty to offer AEW. Whether he wants to try and join a promotion where he'll have to fight tooth and claw to find TV time remains to be seen. Nemeth may be content wrestling in other promotions such as WWC and larger indie promotions where he can still make good money and maintain his independence. Next up, the real reason Sami Zayn asked for time off. Is Sami Zayn actually hurt? While the WWE wrote him off TV with a kayfabe beating at the hands of Drew McIntyre, a new report from Dave Meltzer speculates Zayn may be actually injured. Meltzer mused on the Wrestling Observer Radio saying, "I was told that he asked for time off. The partial torn meniscus may be legit because guys are always hurt anyway. Last week I was told that Sami's going to be off for a while. He's asked for time off. Not over injury or anything like that. I don't know if he's got a potential torn meniscus or not." So far, there have been no other reports concerning Sami Zayn's physical condition. Nonetheless, wrestling news often veers into speculation and fans are often happy to decide for themselves, such as the case here. Do you think Zayn is dealing with a nagging injury? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, CM Punk backstage at NXT. What was CM Punk doing at the 12th December episode of NXT? Although he didn't appear on air, Fightful Select reports that Punk was hanging out backstage and offering advice to superstars on their matches. Punk was known for offering help to wrestlers during this time in AEW, and given the number of active superstars who were Punk fans when they were younger, this was probably thrilling and a great opportunity. Next up, a wrestling legend visits NXT again. As CM Punk wasn't the only wrestler backstage at NXT, as PW Insider reports, WWE Hall of Famer Dory Funk Jr. was there as well. The 82-year-old former NWA World Heavyweight Champion paid a visit to the Black and Gold brand earlier this month. Dory Funk Jr. had plenty to share with today's wrestlers given his decades of experience competing around the world. Next up, The Undertaker names his Mount Rushmore tag teams. And if you're wondering which 4 teams are on The Undertaker's Mount Rushmore tag teams, wonder no more as the Phenom recently revealed his selections on his 6 Feet Under YouTube channel. Taker named them in this order: Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson. The Undertaker noted how Tully and Blanchard had it all: wrestling ability, promo skills, and teamwork. Number 3, the Midnight Express of Bobby Eaton and Stan Lane. Taker made sure to mention their manager Jim Cornette, who was a key component in the team's success. Number 2, the Rock and Roll Express. According to Taker, the Midnight Express success was tied into their feud with the Rock and Roll Express's Robert Gibson and Ricky Morton, and vice versa. And number 1, the Road Warriors. Taker choosing Hawk and Animal wasn't a shocker, as the team is always in the top 5 of any discussion of wrestling's greatest tag teams. What do you guys think of Taker's selection? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, this is just sad. If you're curious about the former WWE superstar Alberto Del Rio's current status in wrestling, well, a video was surfaced of Del Rio performing at an indie show, but according to Wrestling News, it wasn't exactly a capacity crowd he wrestled in front of. The former superstar was making his way to the ring at a high school gym which barely had any fans in attendance. According to Cage Match, Alberto Del Rio faced off against Sam Adonis at the Plantando Bandera event, which was held at the Athletic Complex in Dallas, Texas. Now this is a major downfall in Alberto Del Rio's career. This is a man who wrestled as a champion in front of 70,000 plus fans at Wrestlemania. His star has certainly fallen from the days when he main evented in WWE, but as fans know, a wrestler's fortunes can change in an instant. But could he come back from this? Let us know in the comments down below. And finally, is Sasha Banks hinting at a WWE return? Last but not least, Mercedes Money, aka former superstar Sasha Banks, has fans speculating again about a return to WWE. She recently posted photos and a video on Instagram of her 12th December 2012 debut in NXT. Is she just looking back at her anniversary, or is she teasing about her future? Let us know in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.